Relationship is a state of being related and connected. It is a state of interaction between two persons, groups, and nations. Relationship varies. We have family relationship, acquaintances, and romantic relationships. This program is an initiative of Pure Heart Family Development Foundation. Elizabeth Samsedi is my name, and I'm your host. Today's topic is relationship before marriage, otherwise known as courtship or pre-marriage or pre-marital relationship. We shall be talking about dating, courtship, the appropriate age of getting married, either for the male or the female, and what is expected of both parties in relationship before marriage. Once again, I welcome you on board, especially our esteemed and distinguished singles and about to wed. It's a knowledge-filled package for everyone. You're welcome back. With me to discuss today's topic is Mr. Ebuka Ede. You're welcome, sir.
Thank you so much for having me.
You're welcome. Mr. Ebuka Ede is the founder of Save the Boys Initiative and Men Connect Mentoring Community. Once again, you're welcome.
Thank you very much for having me.
In your own words, what is relationship?
Well, for me, relationship is coming together of two or more people to share common interests. For me, I think relationship is not vague. There's something you want to achieve. There's an interest you have. There's something you are aiming to achieve. So it's not just a word that is vague or what people are coming into just without an objective. So it's when two or more people come together, and now we're talking about relationship before marriage. So two people coming together, okay, and it's a man and a woman, okay, to share a common interest on trying to achieve something, towards life.
Okay, so what's the importance of relationship? What can we really bring out of, what are we expected to bring out of a relationship?
I think for me, relationship is very critical because it's a platform, it's a time where we're getting to know each other. It's a time where we're getting to really understand. It's a time to build our strengths and work on our weaknesses. It's a time where we can really, pour out and know who we are, where we're having lapses or issues and help one another to build. It's a time where we can really learn, okay? It's a time where we can really be open to learning. For me, I see it as a learning opportunity to learn and build. There's something you're trying to achieve in life, and it's not what you can do on your own. You need to support of another person. You need the help of another person.
And you need to be supported.
And you need to be supported. So for me, relationship is a learning platform. It's a building platform, and it's so important because you can't grow in life without being intentional about building. So for me, that's the important. It's a learning platform. It's a learning experience, and it's a time to really build to achieve what you want to get in life.
So let's talk about relationship before marriage, which is otherwise known as courtship.
Okay.
Or pre-marriage relationship.
Okay. So that's the time where the two individuals, I keep saying a man and a woman, come together to really know themselves. Okay. It's a time where we're able to know what we want to really achieve through life, even though a lot of people have bastardized that, which we are going to come and talk about later. But it's a time for me where we're getting to know who are we really, what we want to achieve, where do we want to go. Is it time of goal setting, plan, especially what's happening in our time, even talking about parenting. What do we want to see in the next 10, 20 years with our children, with our family? Where do we want to be? So I think it's a time where you get to know the partner really, because in our time there's a lot of maybe rush. There's a lot of people just enter into marriage and discover that the person is not really who you thought he is. And this time of relationship is a time to know. It's a time to be open, to be vulnerable. These are my weaknesses. These are my strengths. These are my past. This is who I am. These are my tendencies. These are my personality. We are able to know that person's personality. What does he like? What does she like? What are his weak points? Where are his strengths? How can I help him build? So you can know the person we are even going into life with. How are we going to build together? And then at the end of this, some people even go through that time and they see, oh, I don't think we are compatible. I don't think we have the same ideology. I don't think we are going the same direction. and we part ways, and then you are not going into marriage to now, after 2 or 3 years or 5 years, you are now knowing that this person is actually not what I thought he is. The time of relationship before marriage is the time to really know, who is this person, how can I go on this life journey with this person.
Talking about getting to know the kind of a person we are about to, build a family with. How do you see it these days? Do you think it's been applicable these days? Yes, like in the Christians have a way of they have classes.
Yes.
For premarital,
yes,
classes,
where they go to learn about the
counsel.
Yes.
But how many couples or about to wed undergo these classes these days?
I think a lot of people are losing touch on the need, on the importance of this period and what we need to learn. What we see in our times, a lot of rush.
Yes.
Oh, we're in love, we're infatuated.
That's the challenge.
Want to have a beautiful tomorrow.
Yes.
We see pictures of people in the beach on vacation. Oh, it's my this, and social media have not really made it. That is, it has made it worse. You see two people, oh, we are lovers forever. Just in 1 week, you are saying this person is my this, it's my I can't live without you. You're my oxygen. I like, seriously. So I think people are losing touch of the importance of getting to know each other. And no wonder we're having, a lot of broken homes. We see what we see this day, because you actually don't know. Because for me, relationship is just beyond I love you. It's a commitment. And
there is a point where that love will not be enough.
Will not be enough. I'm telling you, will not be enough. Where you wake up and that thing you admire in that woman or that man, oh, those biceps are gone, that face is no longer that smooth, that hair is gone, that shape is by the time she gives birth to throw 3 children, and you know that it's just beyond that physical features of what you see. Is a commitment for life. And if you don't stay, and this thing is proven over time, and it's in the time of relationship that you get to know, am I really committed? When I see that person's flaw, can I still push in? So for me, relationship is beyond the physical, just beyond fun, going for vacation. There's something beyond what you are seeing physically. When you see that physical things, you will now ask yourself, am I really able to still press in? And it's what is within that will now help you to say, I'm ready to go the way, even beyond. That's why I see people who are even marrying people who are, they are lame, they don't have, because for them it's beyond what I'm just seeing. Exactly. There's an inner beauty, there's an inner character.
Which is most important.
Which is most important, but people don't dwell on that. We are just carried away by the flamboyancy of, the euphoria of I love you and flashy things, and at the end of the day, when it comes to play the real game, we lose out. Okay. It's a time to know ourselves, and we need to go back to that.
In relationship, there's what we call, there's dating. And there's courtship. So are they the same?
For some people, they see it as the same thing. Oh, I'm dating, we're about to get married. But for some people, especially for us in the Christendom, okay, a lot of us, we don't really... A lot of people don't believe in the dating thing, okay? For me, I think there's a period of, because you can't just say you're courting somebody you just meet today, we are courting. You have to know that person.
Okay, I want us...
Okay, before we even get to courtship.
Exactly, I want us to define dating.
All right, and then courtship, okay? Dating, like what other people call relationship, okay? I'm seeing this person, and I think I like him, I think I like her, I think I want to spend the rest of my life with this person, okay? But let me even get to know who he is before we now agree to even go on the journey, and then we'll start courtship officially. So that period of dating, or that window of relationship, some people say that, some people don't believe in the word dating actually, because of a lot of things. Because some people feel when it has to do with dating, they are intimate, but so. That's what some people feel. That's not what it is. But for me, dating is that period where you're just getting to know each other, okay? You're going out on a date to talk, to interact, to ask questions, to get to know about that person's background, family, history, life, getting to know each other before you now go into courtship. But some people just end in dating, and they've not lived, and just jump into marriage. All right, because and that's the challenge we're having, because that period of courtship is a time of learning. It's a time of preparation, because you have led that stage of just dating or just knowing the person. You have not known, oh, I think I like this person, we want to go on this journey. Then let's train ourselves, let's equip ourselves, let's plan towards what we are going into.
Okay.
So we have to leave, just people, because society is just ending at that dating. I want have to leave that place. The place of courtship is critical, because that is the time we are able to really learn.
We are already answering. So just I was going to ask you that, what's the importance? Why is courtship so important?
Courtship
so go ahead.
is so important because that is the time of learning. That is the time where they are not just infatuated. We know I'm going on a journey. How do we talk? How many children do we want to have? What do we want to see in our children?
How many couples
sit down and even talk about this? They don't. Many don't. Let's just marry, let's have fun, and let's go. And when the children start coming, they say, it's God, though. It's God, it's blessing, though. We didn't plan it, but it just came. No. You have to plan. You have to plan. And it's in the time of courtship. How many children do we want to have? Why do we want to have 2 children?
Right.
Why do we want to have? If you want to have one, there's no law that said you have one child, then you are going to hell. No. Even some people going to marriage and they're okay with not having children. What is your plan? And if you have children, how many? What do you want to see in your child? What do you want to see in your children? Is that time you plan it?
Even the finances.
Even the finances. What do we want to do? What do we want to achieve? What do we want to build? How do we want to further in our career? What kind of life do we want to live? Do we want to have houses? Do we want to travel? How do we build our finances? What do we need to get to what we want to achieve in life? What do we need to do to get that money? This is the time of planning. Planning, sitting down to have a 5-year plan, a 10-year plan, a long-term plan, a short-term plan. And when you go into marriage with that plan, you're going with an understanding. You're going with a roadmap. You will not miss your way.
How many couples now can tell you meet as a counselor to say what is your plan within the next
even 2 years?
Even 2 years. Even next year.
They can't say.
It's fun. It's
They're
fun.
Just like,
let's have fun. Let's have fun.
Every day as it comes.
Every day as it comes.
Which is
and when you live the life in vague, anything goes for you. There's no direction. You crash. Because you don't have a roadmap. You don't know where you're going to. So it's just like somebody doesn't know where you're going to, just carry your bag and you're moving. If you find yourself in Sokoto, you will crash on the way.
Or wherever you
just get to. You just where's the roadmap? And it's in courtship. We'll make that roadmap.
Okay, so how would you describe a strong and sound relationship?
I think a strong relationship is a relationship where there's understanding, where there is peace, where there's a shared interest. Okay, you know what you want to achieve, and you are moving, and you are planning, you are going all the way to achieve that. I've told people, with what is happening recently, some people just feel there's a difference between misunderstanding and violence. Right? There's no relationship, misunderstandings are about to come. Okay, and even a strong relationship have misunderstanding, but a strong relationship is such that even when there's a misunderstanding, they are bound to come. Conflicts will happen, even in relationship and in marriage. But the ability to navigate, the ability to be able to manage conflict and still build strength from there is what makes you strong. Okay, not violence. There's a difference between misunderstanding and violence, and we'll come to that. So you need a strong relationship by the ability to flow in understanding, knowing that we have weaknesses, but we are able to carry ourselves through that weaknesses and achieve what we want to.
Let's not leave it out.
And that's when we now come to that weak relationship. When there's a lot of violence, when there's insecurity, when there are doubts, when there is mistrust, when there's a lot of suspicion, when there is a lot of yelling and shouting, and everybody is trying to prove his strengths. And I tell in a negative way. And I tell men, how we really know our strength is not by muscle. It's the ability to know that, oh, this woman has her weaknesses, and I'm able to shoulder it. I'm able to, take it in and help her build. That is actually strength. It's weakness for you to think your strength is in muscles, and you are trying to exert authority through muscles. If you don't have an ability as a man to influence the woman by negotiation, by talking, even by your life, then you are weak.
Let me say this very quickly before I forget, really, because it's I used to like, it's strange to me. This is a man that met a lady and liked her so much and approached her and decided that, oh, I like you to the extent that I want us to spend the rest of our lives together. And during the process, you were talking, there were conversations. So what makes it so hard at that point when you are married and you are home? And you can't like get to sit down and have such conversations anymore. That it will get to the stage of battering and, like you said, flexing muscles.
Flexing muscles. That man thinks he's strong, but he's actually weak. He's intimidated, he's insecure, and he's trying to prove his manliness by his muscles. And I say that is not strength. It is strength when you're able to shoulder responsibility, when you have emotional stability. That is true strength. But it's weakness because you know you are not strong on the inside, and so you now want to use the physical strength to exert authority.
Exactly.
That is a weak man. That's a man who lacks understanding, and that's a man. But it's challenge that most men, that's the way they were socialized. They feel a woman is under, a woman has to be talked down, a woman has to be beaten, a woman has to be pushed down for her to know.
But some of them grew up knowing that. Some of them grew up seeing that happen.
Seeing that happen, yes.
Either between their parents
or
uncles.
Yes.
So they grew up seeing it and they assume.
They assume that is the right way. That is what will happen in a vicious circle of broken men. You are broken, you are breaking another man. They are seeing that brokenness, and that man feels that is what it means to be a man. And they grow up. In fact, some of them, what baffles me is that even when they are growing up, they say, this man is wicked. Why is he doing this thing to a woman? That is bad. But unconsciously, your subconscious is taking it. That is what. So some of them are even surprised in life that they are doing the same thing that they even talked against. Upbringing, socialization.
And it's like it gets to a point they can't become
uncontrollable because it has become part of your life. Your subconscious has just taken it that is how life is. So you have grown with it in your formative stage. That is what has formed in your mind. So you need a lot of therapy and reformation to unlearn that is wrong. And for many men, they're also looking for a model. Beyond talking for men, they want to see another man who is living that. They want to watch another man doing that. That's how they easily learn. Seeing another man showing compassion, showing empathy. And that's one of the things we do even with boys and young men too. Model. We bring them to see how a man is supposed to live. Keep seeing it, because the more you see it, for men, what they behold is what they become.
Right.
See it. And that's our parents. Take them to programs where they will see men modeling empathy.
Exactly.
So that their brain, their subconscious can pick it and know that this is how life should be.
I want us to talk toxic relationship.
Yeah.
We've already started.
Yes.
Mentioning.
Yes.
Let's talk about that a little bit.
It's a big issue and it's trending and it's happening in many homes.
That's exactly.
It's happening in many homes. And I tell people, it's not toxic. It's not just when somebody hits you. Some people don't beat, they don't abuse physically, but they emotionally traumatize the woman.
That's another way to
They emotionally manipulate the women. You know, they put you in a cage where it's as if you're in a box and they lock you up and take away the keys.
And even when they don't want to, they won't let go.
They won't let,
because they derive
pleasure in that manipulation. Seeing you weak, seeing you down, seeing you humiliated. They feel on top of the world, I'm a man. Wow, that's where a man is supposed to be. They feel this joy on the inside that the woman is low, because that's what they tell them. A woman has to be low. So when they see you being manipulated and just sheepishly, naively, they just
then they're on top of their game.
Man is a mindset that must not just be evacuated and eradicated, but should be as in dealt with. Is a mindset. So beyond the physical abuse that we are seeing, a lot of women are emotionally traumatized. A lot of men are also emotionally blackmailed.
Yes.
Okay, put them in a cage. Yes, not pertaining to women. Oh, you can't do without me. I'm the one that brings the money. If you leave now, people will laugh at you. People will do this, you know, and they will not believe you. You don't have anywhere to run to, and so you are now in that box. You are now locked up. you're thinking, if I go now, where will I go?
Where will I go?
Who will I leave my children for? The children, you know your children, because you can't go with all of them. He has to. So because of that attachment, they put you in that cage. So you are traumatized. You know you are suffering, but you don't know how to run away. The toxic relationship, even some, even before marriage, they are put them in that cage. Who will marry you? See what I have.
Exactly.
Where do you want to start from? Okay, see the name I've built. Coming with me, we'll go on this journey. They just put them in that box. And I tell men, I tell women, that is not the only son of God. That is not the only daughter of God. God has many sons
and many daughters. Yeah.
If this one is crazy, doesn't have sense, there's another one that is responsible.
No, they will feel with time he will change.
Oh,
that's another. Oh my goodness.
I tell anybody, whatever somebody is in courtship is what will be in marriage. Marriage is not a time to repair. It's a time to grow in whatever you have become.
Thank you.
Whatever that person is what we grow. Man, it's a building process. It's not a time to now start, hey, this man was, let's be repairing him. Let him be repaired before marriage. That's why courtship, that's why learning. Who is his mentor? And I ask a lot of women, who is talking to this man? Even before marriage, this man can't listen to anybody. You still followed. He will beat you and tell you, I'll repent. I'm sorry. I see some people that are promiscuous in relationship because we are not married. By the time we are married, I will not see another woman. It's a lie. Marriage is not the cure to promiscuity at all. Even the Bible didn't state that. It's not the cure. If you are sexually perverse, and you need help. People marry the most beautiful women and they still go out and flirt. Because you are not well upstairs, and that woman cannot bring that wellness. You are the one that will know that you are not well. You can't fight a battle you are not aware of.
These days, out of pride,
how many men? That is the thing. They are sick, but they don't want to accept. And I tell you, you can't fight a battle you are not aware of, and you can't win a battle you are not prepared for. So you must accept there's a weakness. You must accept that something is going wrong before you can even open yourself to receive help.
That's true.
But a lot of men are sick, but they don't even want to accept.
Absolutely.
What are you doing with such a man? Go and look for another person. God will give somebody who will love you, who will cherish you, not who will manage you, not who you will be begging and become a beggarly element. Please, no, you are too loaded for that. God will give you the right. Once you see that signal, please run.